Hey everyone, this is Captain Penelope of the Super Paladin Bros, and welcome back to another episode of Star Trek DS9 Harbinger. In the last video, we talked to Bannik Ramses, also, or whatever her name was, I can't remember. Also talked to the Dabu girl, Johnny, and also Quark. And then we also found out that Ambassador Karrig is not also responding to door chimes, so...
Computer? Open the door to Habitat Room 6A.
Habitat Room 6A is inhabited. Visitors are requested to utilize the entry chime to request admission from the occupant.
Computer, override the seal on Visitors Quarters 6A. Access code Omega 738.
Access granted. Habitat Room 6A is open.
Thank you, computer.
Alright, now that we're inside, let's kind of take a look around like, oh wow, this place has been ramshackled. Whoa. It's been torn to pieces like here. What is that? What is that green blob doing down there? I'm kind of afraid of looking at that. Turn around. Oh, what the heck?
Karrig.
Oh, God, no.
Don't move. And don't touch anything. What happened here, Envoy?
I just walked in. I think I found Ambassador Karrig, or what's left of him.
It's him, all right. Unless there was another Tyrian on board. Tyrian DNA particles. Not much left of his body structure. Whoever did this wasn't taking any chances. Odo to Cisco.
Go ahead, Constable.
I'm afraid our Scythian problem is more serious than we thought, Captain. Ambassador Karrig has been murdered.
Murdered? When did this happen?
From the looks of things, I'd say hours ago. I'm running a scan on the remains now.
Talk to me, Constable. What do we know? Suspects? Witnesses? Who found the body?
Envoy Bannik. He's here with me now. The body's at least 4 hours dead, Captain. I'll have to run a level 4 scan to learn more than that. But the plasma storm...
I'm aware of the sensor problems, Constable. But if you tell me that Karrig was killed after 1900 hours yesterday...
Then we've got a murderer on board. Major Kira?
Right. All ships at dock. Security lockdowns, now.
I'll get you those answers, Captain. Odo out.
What kind of weapon could have done this?
I'm reading considerable neutron disruption. Looks like a molecular inhibitor. Haven't seen one of these for a while. Messy, but effective.
What exactly is a molecular inhibitor?
It's a type of disruptor weapon. It inhibits the cohesion of organic molecules.
I don't understand.
A directed burst causes complex compounds to break down. The victim's cell structure just falls apart.
The poor man. Was it painful?
I doubt it was a pleasant experience, but it would have been quick at least. He couldn't have suffered long.
He was unarmed, on a mission of peace. Why would anyone want to kill him?
Oh, I'm sure any of the usual humanoid reasons would have sufficed. Jealousy, greed, revenge. Odo to Dax. Lieutenant, I'm feeding the tricorder readings directly into the main computer.
Got them. High levels of plasma disruption. Terrigen radiation again. That's strange.
Looks like traces of residual radiation on some of the personal effects. And a concentrated corrosive. The pad is thick with it.
Could be a data wipe.
Exactly. Someone wanted to cover their tracks. I'll route what's left of the pad data to Ops. Odo out. I'm always amazed at what humanoids consider motive for murder. You knew the Ambassador. Did he have many enemies?
He was one of the most successful diplomats in the Corps, Mr. Odo. He had rivals all over the Federation, but none of them would resort to this.
No. Diplomatic adversaries usually attack with subspace communiques, not disruptors.
I doubt any of his enemies would resort to killing him. But look at this place. Someone's torn it apart. Maybe he was killed for something he had with him.
You may be right. But what could the ambassador have been carrying that would have been worth a man's life?
Cisco to Odo.
Odo here.
Constable, is the envoy still with you?
Yes, Captain. I believe we're through here.
Have him report to me in Ops on the double. We've got a lot to talk about.
Yes, sir. You heard the Captain, Envoy. I'll see to it that Ambassador Karrig's remains are put in stasis. I'm sure your government will want to return them to his family.
Thank you. I'm on my way to Ops.
In the meantime, watch yourself. If Karrig's death had anything to do with his mission, you may be next on the list.
Why? That doesn't sound pretty comforting at all. I mean, seriously. First whoever it is killed Karrig. Now they're probably after me next. Oh Lord, the ultimate poop had just hit the fan already, and we're just barely up in episode 3. Gosh. Okay. Well, so now we got an episode of Murder, She Wrote. I got a mystery here. So we got a problem here. We got a diplomatic solution. Diplomatic issue here. And those are the Lycosians there. Those little blue-bodied creatures there. Can I get a little magnify? Hello, boys. I'm here. Yeah, what are you going to do about it, huh? Make my day, punk. No, I'm just kidding. That's just asking for trouble. Alright, so we're now going to go back upstairs. I don't know if we can actually meet, not with the Vedic, Bajoran Vedic, so looks like we're going to go back to Quark's here. And we're going to meet up with Johnny Theron. The Dabo girl. Alright, so we're going to go... going up here is kind of tricky, but this is the upper level of the promenade. Come on, get it. Yeah, this is where I had a little fun time trying to figure this out. But here we go, going downstairs. Now I'm going to talk to Johnny Theron.
Hello? What's the matter with you? You look like you've seen a ghost. So, did Ambassador What's-His-Name demote you? For crashing that runabout, I mean.
So, Quark's not here, I take it.
That's right, he had pressing business, or so he said. I think he just wanted to disappear for a while.
So why would Quark want to disappear?
Can I ask you something? If I tell you what I know about Quark, will you take me with you to the Gamma Quadrant?
You think Quark's involved in Karrig's death?
Karrig? Dead? I don't believe you.
It's true. Murdered, actually.
Murdered. But
You hadn't heard? From Quark or anybody?
no.
Someone killed him in his room. Oh, it was gruesome.
Really? Go on.
The murderer used a molecular inhibitor. It dissolved him.
Dissolved him.
We don't know who did it. Odo and I are looking into it.
I see. So the killer could still be here. On the station.
Possibly. Do you have any theories about who might have killed Karrig?
Theories? Theories? Look, a man is dead, on top of everything else. That's what I hate about this civilization we live in. The Alpha Quadrant, where everyone is so polite. Let's discuss theories. Nobody wants to discuss what's really going on. It's like this agreement that everyone has, all right? Except I never signed it. I don't even know what it is!
I don't understand.
It's like everyone's so pleased with everything. space stations and food replicators and a room with a view of the stars.
What is wrong with you?
Wrong? I'll tell you what's wrong. People are still people, aren't they? Stubborn. They don't progress as fast as the technology would have you believe. Just maybe they've stopped progressing altogether. That's what I think.
Quit shouting, and we'll discuss what's really going on.
All right. It's my boss, Quark. He's in this murder thing up to his neck. Look, I want out of here. I want to go to the Gamma Quadrant.
How is Quark involved with this murder? You don't think he did it?
I don't know exactly, but he's scared. Not scared of being arrested. Scared of being killed.
Who does Quark think would kill him? Those aliens with the fins?
The Lycotians? Which ones? The red ones or the blue ones?
I haven't seen any red Lycotians.
They were here earlier. They'd be the ones to fear, all right. Quark snubbed them in some business deal.
Quark's been associating with the blue Lycotians.
Oh yes, they had some kind of shipment coming in. It was going to make them all rich, of course. You hear that a lot around the Dabo table.
Tell me more about this shipment. Was it from the Gamma Quadrant?
Yeah, and it was full of latinum. Priet, one of the blue Lycotians, told me that across the Dabo table. One of the red Lycotians happened to catch the remark, and that was the last time I saw them.
What happened to those red Lycotians? Where did they go?
When the plasma storm began to rise, they booked a transport out, just like everybody else.
Tell me more about this business deal.
I don't know any more than that. But they weren't happy about it. The red Lycotians, I mean.
Who else could put Quark in fear for his life?
I don't know. Who killed Karrig?
What's so inviting in the Gamma Quadrant?
No bosses. Lots of room. You can find a planet all your own, Bannik. Breathe air no one's ever breathed before. That probably doesn't make any sense to you.
Oh, I don't know about that.
There. I've told you what I know about Quark.
You seem to be a little calmer now.
Oh, that was nothing. You should see me when I really get riled up. Or maybe you should be thankful that you didn't.
Can I return the favor in some way? You mentioned something about going to the Gamma Quadrant.
Yes, I have my passage all set, then someone cheated me out of it. A Ferengi named Mox. I know it's really hard to arrange, but if you...
I'll see what I can do about getting you passage to the Gamma Quadrant, Johnny. If that's what you really want.
It's what I really want.
Thanks, Johnny. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Bannik.
Okay, she's either lying because she wants to get out of there and she's a possible link into the murder of Karrig, or she's telling the truth and she just spilled the beans on what Quark was getting involved with between he and these Lycotians. In either case, it played to Bannik's advantage in his investigation. So we're going to talk to Cisco here and find out what's going on.
Captain, Ambassador Karrig has been murdered.
Yes, Envoy. This puts us in a serious situation.
How much trouble are we in?
Lots. We don't know who killed Karrig or why. We don't know if the killer got what he wanted or is still on the station, or whether or not this incident is linked with the Scythians.
I believe the killer's still on the station.
For safety's sake, we have to assume that you're right. We have to open communications with the Scythians. They may know something about the murder. They almost certainly know something about the drone attack.
Go on, Captain.
Don't lose sight of the main threat. Another deadlier drone attack. The clock is ticking, Envoy. Now, regarding Karrig's murder.
The clock is ticking? What does that mean?
It's an old Earth expression, Envoy. It means we don't have much time.
I have security training, Captain. Anti-assassin precautions. Incident investigation, level 4. Maybe I could...
Anti-assassin training? Level 4.
Yes, sir.
Envoy, I'm somewhat,
Alright, so let's get this straight. He is a diplomat, he is an engineer, he is a tactical officer, and not only that, well, tactical and security kind of run in together, but seriously, the legacy of badassery is right here with Bannik. I mean, and he's a Tyrian. He's supposed to be a being representing a peaceful race. Maybe, well, more to be seen about this one.
The captain's a little surprised, Bannik, but pleased, I'm sure. Unusual pursuits for a Tyrian.
perhaps you could be of use, Bannik. Cisco to Odo.
Odo here.
Constable, Bannik has volunteered to aid in your investigation. He has some training.
Whatever you say, Captain. He can begin by analyzing Karrig's log entries. Someone went to great trouble to obliterate them. They almost succeeded. Lieutenant Dax is trying to salvage them now.
Yes, Constable. Cisco out. You heard what Odo said. Good. If you're going to assist in security matters, you might need this. It's a standard issue Starfleet phaser, Bannik. You know how to use one, I take it?
Yes.
Good. Second, there is the matter of the Scythians.
What is the problem with the Scythians?
Communicating with them is the problem, Envoy. They challenge our notions of language and our patience.
Our notions of language? What do you mean, Captain?
You'll have to meet them, Envoy, and see for yourself.
I'll do what I can, Captain.
Good. I'm appointing you acting ambassador in Karrig's place. You have full authority to negotiate with the Scythians. We're counting on you, Envoy. I mean, Ambassador. I'd like you to take a look at Ambassador Karrig's last report. Lieutenant Dax will make it available to you.
I'll route it to a monitor for you.
Finally, of course, there is the matter of the drones.
How is damage control coming along? Will we be able to survive another attack when it comes?
We certainly intend to, but we need to be prepared, Bannik. We need more information.
Any new developments in that situation?
Yes. The drones are beginning to come through the wormhole again, Bannik. A whole new design. Lieutenant Dax can give you the details. That's all.
Now, an alternate scripting of that, Odo Bannik mentioned to Odo about his security training beforehand, but this is all scripted anyway.
Envoy. Ambassador. Bannik, I'm sorry about what happened to Karrig.
A horrible, horrible tragedy. I'm still in shock.
I'm sure you are, but we have some other concerns.
Yes, Captain Cisco mentioned something about the drones.
Yes, they're beginning to reappear. A new type of vessel, but the same pattern. One appears through the wormhole every 3 minutes or so.
These drones are configured differently?
Yes, more powerful, more phaser-resistant, I think. The data is sketchy so far.
Sketchy? Why?
The plasma storm is up 20%. Sensor range is almost nil. Plus, they're keeping well out of range. Dax to Carlton. Dax to Ensign Carlton. Carlton, respond. That's odd. Dax to...
Carlton here, Lieutenant.
Ensign, have you finished modifying the sensor phase variants?
Yeah, with wideband modulation. No luck at double scan.
Don't waste time with that. Go to factor 10 and...
But the scan rate,
We can compensate with a focus sweep matrix.
key to a metaline structure.
Right. Use latinum. It's distinctive and certainly rare enough around here. Except at Quarks.
I'll try it, Lieutenant. Carlton out.
Well, that answers that.
What did all that mean?
What Carlton said was, we don't have a visual of the drones yet, and we won't for a while. They're being considerably sneakier, Bannik. It worries me.
The same pattern, you say? So,
They'll continue to build up their strike force, unit by unit, until a trigger vessel arrives. Then they'll attack all at once. If they're following the same programming sequence as the last ones did, which seems to be the case so far.
How many drones are circling the station now?
5.
When will they attack, do you think?
The big question. I can't say for sure, of course, but with a few educated guesses based on the latest data, matrixed with a calculated hunch, I'd say you have about an hour to coax some helpful facts out of our Scythian friends.
And if I do?
You might find a way to stop this useless war, Bannik.
And if I don't?
We'll need every able person to help defend the station in about an hour.
Thanks, Lieutenant.
Transmission from Ambassador Karrig, Tyrian Diplomatic Corps, United Federation of Planets, to Captain Benjamin Sisko, Starbase, Deep Space 9, Stardate 48975.1, copy sent, Starfleet Command. Report on first contact, new race. Present designation, Scythians.
Continue.
Humanoid, highly developed technology, self-sustaining space stations orbiting the 4th planet in the Scythian system.
Continue.
At first, the species appeared somewhat xenophobic. However, further contact proved this to be a misconception.
Continue.
As you can see, the metallic structure of the space station has a high concentration of latinum and other valuable metallic properties. This, combined with the strategic location, would make an alliance with the Scythians extremely desirable.
Continue.
Despite serious linguistic difficulties, which I will elaborate on later, I was able to communicate the existence of the wormhole, the location of DS9, as well as an invitation to open informal talks with the Federation to this Scythian.
Continue.
Who I have concluded is, if not the Scythian leader, then the one among them who stands above others. Though this may seem a fine point of difference to you, Captain, it is in fact a crucial distinction. In addition, I have in my possession certain items which the Federation will find of great interest and potential value. I cannot elaborate on these on an open channel. However, measures will have to be taken to assure their safety.
Continue.
My business in the Gamma Quadrant will not be concluded for a week. Should the Scythians arrive before me, please extend them all courtesy, as I know you will. However, due to the linguistic difficulties previously mentioned, please also avoid all attempts at communication unless absolutely necessary.
Continue.
Karrig out. End transmission.
More questions, Bannik?
The information Karrig had that someone tried to erase.
Tried to destroy, actually. Computer, have you finished analyzing data sample A?
Affirmative.
What are the chances for data recovery?
Complete recovery probability is 0.
Chances for partial recovery? Audio data only? Using a Trojan extrapolation matrix?
Probability unknown.
Ha! Computer, apply the Trojan matrix to data sample A. Computer, play the result.
Experience, even I. Sorting out the language barriers to full communication.
Aha!
He mentions sorting out the language barrier.
Yes. Karrig may help you negotiate with the Scythians after all. I'll run the matrix on all the data and call you when it's done.
Thanks, Lieutenant. Let me review my assignment, Captain.
Yes, Ambassador. Go ahead.
I'm in charge of getting whatever information we can out of the Scythians.
That is your most urgent task, Bannik. The Scythian ship is out on the docking ring.
Was there anything else, Captain?
Yes, Bannik. Constable Odo wants you to assist Dax. She's trying to unscramble Karrig's computer files.
I'll see her, Captain. Thanks.
Okay, a quick recap. Apparently we got a murder. We have to open
Promenade, level 7, section 5.
We got to open negotiations with the Scythians, and we got to watch our back. Not necessarily all good things going on here, but I'm going to go ahead and end it here, guys. In the next episode, we're going to go do just those things I just mentioned. So, I'm Captain Penelope of the Super Paladin Bros. Be sure to leave a like or subscribe. Check out the playlist section of superpaladinbros.com. And... okay, we'll see you guys in the next video. Whoa, that was unexpected. Alright, see you guys then.